Hey guys, Jeremy here at the YouTube channel My Way MFG. Cold and snowing out today. I wanted to do something here at home where I could stay nice and warm, you know. I want to try to get these door panels worked out. We're going to be putting them on there soon, and those are going to take up a big area of the interior and make it all shiny and white and pretty, and it'd be nice to have those done. This is going to be my third attempt on them, and I'll kind of take you through that and show you why. That was the only original door card I had left, and originally I traced it onto this newer cowboard, and you would think that would be right? Tracing off what was left of this one. But somehow this one didn't turn out quite right, and it might be because of the guy who was doing it and the jigsaw. But anyway, it was a little short in a couple places. Plus, I had glued the fabric on it with this fiber batting stuff, and then my fabric got all wonky on me. So I realized that's not a good idea. This cowboard was slightly thicker than what the old stuff was. You can't really tell because these edges are so weathered. But anyway, this is really flexible. It's almost like cardboard. This stuff here is really stiff, and it was just going to be hard to work with to try to get the door handles and stuff on it. Didn't want to bend in. So I got to thinking, I'll just use plastic, right? Like shower surround stuff, because I know the vinyl will glue down good to that. Plus it's really flexible and waterproof. So anyway, I traced out this one, and I got all my push pins glued in with super glue and stuff, and it was basically done. But then I realized it was short in a couple places. It needed to be a little longer at the top so it would tuck under the garnish molding. And I knew that on that one, it was short, but that one was so thick, I thought, I'm just gonna stop the door card at the garnish molding and leave the fabric up and tuck the fabric only under the garnish molding. But this stuff is thin enough, I would rather just have the whole thing go up under. So anyway, I'm tracing out another one that's a 1/4 inch taller. It almost fit. It's like flush, the top of it with the bottom of the garnish molding right now. So that 1/4 inch ought to allow that to tuck under. And then where I've got the beading sewed along the cowl panel, I want to make sure that beading closes that gap. So I'm adding just a little bit to the front here, so when the door shuts, that gap will be hidden behind the beading that I made. And then the bottom and the other side, I think we're pretty well right. So I'm gonna get one more of these traced out here. Might take it over and test fit it just to make sure. It should work this time. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? But if everything's good, I'll see if we can get some fabric glued on this today. And I got some cloth, oh, I don't know, like blanket batting stuff that's real thin. I'm gonna try it on there instead of this fiber stuff. See if this just works out a little better for me. And anyway, let's get started here. Got the new one cut out. I got some pilot holes drilled in it where the plugs and stuff goes. I'm gonna take it over and test fit it on the car, see if I achieved what I was going for. And then come back here, maybe start getting it covered. All right, over here test fitting the door panel. it's gonna look pretty good. You know, you can already see how much the white's gonna help there because the plastic's white. I've got a little bit of gap here along the top where it's not tucking up under the garnish molding. I don't understand that because that was originally traced off the original one, and I just added a 1/4 inch to it. I was shorter than that. But I think by the time I wrap my material around there, that's gonna cover that little gap right there, and that's gonna be just fine. Cause you know, I'll wind up with probably 1/8 of an inch there. And then right down here at the edge where my beading comes together, the same thing going on down here. And I just circled that with a pin and wrote add there. I'm just gonna build that up with some fabric and try to close that gap. But this is already the 3rd one I cut. I don't want to keep doing it. I was sure this one was going to work, but I'm still a little short right there. But I can fix that. So I'm going to take this home and start gluing some fabric on it, I think. I really can't even take for granted that this door is going to be the same. The gaps could be different on it as well. I'm probably going to have to make a pattern, or I'll probably try one of my other door panels that I've already cut and just add where I need to and trace out one for this side when I'm ready, which might be today. I might make both of them today. But anyway, I'll get you guys back in here in a minute. All right, guys, here's where I'm at with everything. I don't know if the fitment on this is perfect, but it's the best one I've did so far. So we're gonna try to go with it. Fits better than the last one, you know. I got this cloth batting material. It's like a thin blanket, kinda. I fold it in half. I'm gonna use the spray glue, try to get it glued down on this half and smooth it out. Fold it over and do the other half. Then go back behind and roll the edges. And on that front edge where it's going to be meeting that beading as the door shuts, I'm going to try to maybe roll it right there and get it a little extra thick, because I was lacking maybe 1/8 of an inch or more down there. The rest of it might be all right. So anyway, we're going to start gluing this here in a second and hope for the best, you know. It's probably going to go on the car this time. Anyway, here we go. Laid down pretty flat, I think. This top edge where I thought it was like 1/8 of an inch down, I'm just trying to fold this material over onto itself and like a rolled edge right here. I was so close with it, you know, it wasn't worth cutting another one. It's just like 1/8 of an inch. Really, this should do it. exact same thing on the front edge because for the same reason. My scissors go. Should I put me in the ballpark, I'm thinking. That looks pretty good and smooth. Push pins might kind of show through the vinyl. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do about it. That was the reason I was wanting to put some kind of matting down, is maybe to hide those, but I'm not sure that it will. Huh. Maybe I could put another layer over the edges. Wonder if that would help. As long as I haven't messed up anywhere, that red line should be where my silver vinyl bead goes. So I think all in all, so far, that's looking okay. I'm worried about the push pin showing through the vinyl. But otherwise, I think that's all right. I got the vinyl laid out here. I've already got the silver bead sewed into it. But I gotta find an iron. I'm gonna go look for an iron. Hey guys, after that ironing portion, I kind of quit filming. I guess because everything was fighting me so bad that I didn't think to turn the camera on. I had made my vinyl too short. I didn't have enough to fold it over the edges good, so I was trying to stretch the hell out of it to get enough to go over, and then my beading got all curved because I was stretching it, and I had a terrible time. Anyway, I took it over and put it on the car. I was frustrated, forgot to take the camera with me. I'll take you over there and show you here in a minute. It's gonna stay on there for now. It looks better than the last one, but I'm not happy with it. It might not be the final one. I can see where all my problems happened, and I think if I was to do it one more time, I think maybe I could get a better one. I want to tell you guys something, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I am completely sincere. Anybody watching this video, every one of you could do a better job at this than I can. My skills on doing this kind of work are below average. I am absolutely no good at it. And I'll never get better at it because I hate doing it. I just got to get it done, but I get it done. I never want to do vinyl work ever again. Irons, sewing machines, spray glue, not my thing. Not my thing. In fact, I look forward to welding again. But anyway, every single one of you could do better at this than me. I'll tell you that. But anyway, I'll take you over and show you what it looks like here in a bit. At least it's white, you know. And I think my door card, the panel itself, I think is probably good. I might be able to reuse that, but I think I'm gonna have to sew up new vinyl. Something a little longer so I can fold the edges over better and get it stretched straight. And I think I need some foam in there too, because all them push pins show. I need real thin foam like you would use for, you know, like in front of your air conditioners on your window units, that real thin stuff. I need like a roll of that. But anyway. Oh, and then I had this gel super glue that wouldn't come out of the tube. I couldn't even use it. I ended up taking a pencil eraser and sticking down in the bottle and smearing it around. I couldn't find a little brush. I had a hell of a time, But anyway, I'm gonna get cleaned up here and maybe drink a cup of coffee. Coffee sounds good. Cold out. Yeah guys, after all that hard work today, this is what I ended up with. It's on there. I'm not happy with it. But what's going to happen at this point, I know the mistakes I made here. I'm going to do the one for the passenger side. I'm not going to get it perfect. My expectations on upholstery work have gotten pretty low. But I know I can get it better than this because I know what needs done or what I should have done. So we'll do the passenger side. Hopefully it turns out acceptable-ish, you know. This one's going to stay on there until I get ready to put the window in. I got to take it back off to put the window in. When I do, I'll make another one. But I think it'll probably stay on there through the summer, you know. But let me get you in closer and I'll show you my mistakes here. And there's plenty of them. All right, my biggest problem was I didn't leave enough on the edges to get it folded over and stretched good. So I was really pulling on it, you know, to try to get just enough I could roll it over. I don't know why I cut it so small. In doing so, I ended up with a bow in that beading because I was pulling on it. That's supposed to be straight. And then I had all this glued down with the spray glue and I had it all stuck down real nice and smooth. Well, then when I pulled on it, I got it all wrinkly and wonky. So there's those issues. The next issue was I needed some foam under here because every one of my push pins is showing through. I need just a real thin foam on there, you know. I think the door card itself fits pretty good. It seems to be pretty well all right. This corner shouldn't have been curved. It should have come up straight, so it meant that better. But other than that, that edge looks pretty good if you can picture it without the pins showing. The bottom looks good. These escutcheons that I picked up, they're just 1/2 inch IPS. They fit really good on these door handles. Let me show you here. Really can't ask for a better fit than that. That's got enough of color on it. It should hold them pins in fine. So I still got to get the springs behind there, but I think we're good with those. I just picked up one to see if it would work. I'll get a few more of them. But yeah, not real happy with it, but I think I can make the next one better. And I think I can reuse this panel itself. I just gotta sew up another piece of vinyl and make sure I leave enough on the edges so I can work with it, you know. I tell you, this vinyl is, or any of this interior work is an exercise in frustration for me. But that door works nice though. Let's take a peek in the window and I'll show you what it looks like from the inside. Looks a little better closed. From the inside, we got this going on. You know, really, that doesn't look too bad. If you were sitting in there driving the car, that looks pretty good. And then my silver beading doesn't line up perfectly down there. Once again, it would have until I started pulling and stretching on it. But anyway, that's what I got for now. Door panel here should be a mirror image, you know, with some tweaking. I'm gonna pull the clips out and test fit that on the passenger side and see what I need to do to make my changes. Anyway, for better or worse, that's what I've got. I mean, what do you say, you know? It's white. So anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get this garnish molding apart real quick. I brought a little torch over here. Yeah, guys, it's been raining all week long. All this stuff got shoved in here, I think, Monday. And I haven't been wanting to push it outside because of the rain. So I think tomorrow's supposed to be a good sunny day. We get this stuff back out of here and start working on that door again. I'm gonna check a couple more fitment issues where paint's been rubbed off and see if I'm clearing. And then we're gonna pull it off the car and finish it up. But anyway, today over here, I sanded that mirror out. Got a coat of primer on it. It'll get a couple more coats and we'll sand it out with some 320 or 400. See how that's looking. I got the garnish molding all apart. And the wing vent glass I put in the truck, I'm gonna take it home, or the wing vent glass frame, start getting it cleaned up, get the glass in it. And one more thing I did. With all the work recently and the improvements, Liza's been feeling kind of pretty. She's been feeling really good about herself, even with her wonky door panel. We'll get back to that. Always wondered why Dan at D&D Speed Shop would weld these cars up and make them pretty nice, and then when it came to the interior, he would go to Home Depot and find a shower curtain he liked and just wrap everything with that. Well, I know why. Dan knows his limitations, whereas I apparently don't. We'll get it better. But anyway, what I did, I got Eliza a piece of jewelry. I got on the interweb, and I had this made up. It was real cheap. Came from China. It's imported, you know. But yeah, it's like she got a new pair of fancy earrings, right? But yeah, I like that. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I was trying this key in different places. You know, funny thing, the driver's side doesn't have a key lock. The passenger side does. I wondered what was going on with that. And I kind of got online and started reading. I guess back in the old days, like when this car was made, it was common practice to exit the car on the passenger side. People would slide across the seat. They would put like educational videos and safety videos out back then saying you should never open the driver's side door to exit the car. You should always exit on the curb side. And it was like a safety thing, you know. And they say if you watch the old movies, like from the 40s and 30s and, you know, them real old movies, it will show guys always exiting the car on the passenger side. So that's where they put the door locks. And I'm young enough, I don't remember that practice, but I guess that's the way it used to be. But anyway, I can lock this door from the inside with the handle. Whoop, wrong way. Still the wrong way, I guess. There. That door's locked now. And then I found out that the key on the passenger side, I got that locked. This is the ignition key. I found out it works in the door lock. I get it in there right. So that's good. Actually, after I get the windows in the car, I can actually lock it. Like if we were staying overnight somewhere or in someplace kind of insecure, you know, that's good. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this video here for today. I feel like the door panel was a failure, but I'll just do it again. I don't have anything better to do. I'll just do everything twice, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all them things. Tomorrow, hopefully get back over here and start working on the door again and maybe get a Saturday video out. Later, guys. Jeremy.